Well, hello and welcome to TTML F4, the Mexican Grand Prix. Yes, I'm back. I've been away for a couple of races, but I'm back. And today I have a surprise for you because I am joined by Mr. Tibos. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. How's it going?
Yeah, really, really well. Really excited to, well, do the penultimate round. And I must say, I watched back last week's race around France, and it was quite a good one. What were your thoughts on that race?
It was a good one. We had a sprint last week as well, which was not quite as good as a race, but yeah, a lot of battling for the. I think the podium was quite a lot of drivers battling out, and then the top two were quite far ahead. But yeah, a lot of battles throughout the field. It was an enjoyable one.
Yeah, it really, really was. And I must say, Ray Meeder came up to speed. He won the last two rounds and the sprint race last week. He is out of title contention, so his form came a little bit too late this season. But yeah, imagine him racing next season as well. Uh, Matt, you raced around Mexico yesterday, I believe.
I did,
What are your
yes.
thoughts on the track and well, maybe some little tips for our drivers?
Mexico is not one I enjoy. I think it's not probably one of the worst tracks on the game. But any advice would just be to keep it on the track because penalties would be a big factor in the race, especially if there's a late safety car or something like that where you can jump places at the end. Yeah, just keep it clean, keep it pointing in the right direction, and don't exceed track limits.
Yeah, it isn't a street circuit, but it's really, really slippery, isn't it?
It is. There's not much grip at all, and the curves as well makes it even harder. So you have to be quite aware when you're doing a lap or just in the race in general.
Yeah, you really do. And looking at tires, what is the best tire strategy in your opinion?
I think the ones that start on softs, I think soft, medium, softs at the end would be probably the one to go for. And for the alternate, if you start with mediums outside the top 10, it would be mediums and then two the softs to finish. We'll see what they go for.
Nice, we most definitely will. Looks like FRL Charlie is out first on track, so I'm on board with him. Let's see if he finishes his out lap. Let's see what he can do. Last week he had kind of a throttle issue, I believe, or at least that's what I think. He retired out of the race because of that. But overall, Charlie, really, really fast driver. What do you expect from Charlie during qualifying?
Yeah, I've seen a few races for F4, and Charlie's got quite an up and down way. He's got a lot of potential. He's got quite a lot of pace, but doesn't always get the result for it. So I'm hoping he can get like a good result with.
So let's see what he does. He's coming through the final corner here of his out lap, coming into the really, really long straight, which you will see in the race. It isn't always beneficial to start on pole position here because of the slipstreaming, but let's see how he does. Coming up to turn one here, braking around 75 meters. You can take a lot of curbs here, but you have to be careful to not invalidate, and that's exactly what Charlie does here. So let's switch to Ray Meeder, or no, actually Tunturi Parina, who's going to be the first one crossing the line then. At the end of Sector 1, a 28.6 here. I must say it's a really, I think it's a really tricky track with, well, as you see here, some really slow speed corners, and you're going into some high speed corners here, well, a little bit like Maggots and Baggots, which I absolutely adore. Beautiful corners. You can go, well, almost full throttle here, but you have to be careful to not invalidate on the exit. It's at a 56.9 in the second sector. Coming up to the stadium now. So almost the end of Tunturi's lap here. You have to be careful in the final corner to not go on throttle too early, or you can spin your car. That happened to me on multiple occasions, I must say. Crossing the line with a 116.5, not a bad first lap. So, ooh, as I switched to Scuba Steve, who almost lost it on the exit there, so left a little bit of time there with a 1:15.6, and immediately Nelly, or NSR Jellegitsa, which is his game attack now, with a 1:15.1.
Yeah, that's a good back from I'll say Nelly, but I can't pronounce his name, so nice back for him, I think.
Yeah, and it's what we're used to seeing from Nelly. Coming out of the first lap is actually almost every time his fastest lap as well. I switched to TTG Kermit now, a familiar face, joining back for these last 2 rounds here. Going a little bit too wide there on the exit, but didn't invalidate his lap. I imagine he is a little bit rusty. Didn't race for pretty long time here. Just getting to getting familiar with the track once again. Trying to get his confidence back here. Coming up to the final sector here, stadium sector. This won't be one of the fastest times, but at least he will have a banker on which he can improve after this. So he will be crossing the line with a 1:16, I think. 1:15.8. And I see Mr. Iverbrine Mike, our Welsh driver. He's gonna try his first lap on the mediums, exiting the pits now on his out lap. Would you go on the mediums for your first lap?
Tough one. It depends on the strategy you're going to do. You could go to do mediums of tires in the race, and probably not. If you want to save a certain socks, like a late class or something like that, and it could be a good idea to go mediums first. That might be a try and save the tires.
Well, we have to wait and see, and Charlie did put in a new lap with a 1:15.2, so not too far off Nelly here. So that can be exciting at the second try of these guys, which they will easily have. Corboy just exiting the pits now. Let's see, Atlas Copo finishing off his lap with a 1:16.5. Not too bad, but enough room to improve on. So let's see what Iverbrine Mike can do on his medium tires. Coming up to the start-finish line here, starting off his first hot lap. Opening up his DRS here. Can be a little bit tricky on the mediums. You have to get the temperature right for your first lap, or you will just drift out wide every corner here, which he does a little bit here. It has a okay exit, opening up DRS again. That is actually a nice thing about this track. There's enough room to overtake, enough straights to overtake, so not expecting any spectacular overtakes, but DRS zone's enough here. Coming up to the fast and sweeping sector here. Takes a nice line here, using everything on the exit there. And puts in a 57.3. Through the final chicane and the final corner here. And Iverbrine Mike, ooh, a little bit of oversteer there. Taking a shallow line, a 1:17.0.
Yeah, not bad. I believe it's a 1.2 goes with the soft tires, so that would take out 54%. It looked quite tricky in the last sector. It's not a very tricky part of the track. I saw the last sector is quite difficult. So I think he's got time to improve in that lap.
Yeah, he most definitely does have time. And I switched to Mr. Corboy, who you sometimes engineer, who puts in a purple sector there. So Corboy so far is doing well. I must say, Corboy didn't start off really well, but throughout the season, I think he grew into it and started improving his results, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Joe's got a lot of pace at times, and it's quite angry quite often. So I think if he settled down a bit, he would do a little bit better. So, but yeah, he's got a lot of pace. And he should. I think he might go near the top here. So 1-0. He does go for pole at the moment. So good, nice hat from Joe.
Yeah, great lap from Joe here. So let's switch back to Nelly here, who's finishing off his second lap. I believe he said a purple sector 2, but I don't always trust purple sector 2s in this game because it can catch you out and they can just, well, boldly lie to you. So let's see what time Nelly does on his second lap, and it's a 1:15.0 as well. So not much between Nelly and Corboy here.
No, not at all. About 300 a second, so yeah, very close to them. And Lord Driver improved as well.
And FRL Charlie here on his second lap as well, with a nice first couple of corners, I must say there, taking everything out of the corner that you can on entry. So let's see how he does here, as we have a yellow flag. He puts in a purple sector 1 here. Let's see if he can carry this forward in the second sector. No, he can't, because he invalidated his lap sadly. And really lucky he didn't lose a wheel there. So he can still carry on, but this lap is over. Let's see. Vermeide finished off his lap in 4th position. Who's still on the hot lap? Maxi Sain. No, he isn't. Maxi and
I believe Noah is at the end of his lap. He's like
oh, he tricked us as well.
Is Kermit on that lap? Or
I think he is. I think he's finishing off this lap. So can Kermit improve? He does, almost half a second, which puts him into P6 now with a 1:15.4. Let's go, Pro just switched to him. He didn't have the best of middle sectors here, but still is on an improvement of 3/10. So he will improve, but even a 3/10 improvement won't get him up a place, so he really needs something here in this final sector to maybe jump a couple of places. Can he do that? It's yeah, he can. It's P9 for Atlas Coco. Let's see what IRL Dundee does. Normally a really fast driver in the races, it doesn't always come together for him, doesn't it? So, coming up to the finish line now to start his lap. Oh, lagging a little bit. Oh, we finished this lap. Okay.
Who's that? The game lied to us, said he was on that lap. Anyway, 14.8, a very nice lap from Dundee there. Very nice lap.
Yeah, very good lap. He's really lagging. I hope this sorts itself out in the race. Or maybe it's just my connection, but yeah, great lap from Dundee here. And Corboy just starting his second lap. He only needs a little bit over 2 tenths to claim back that pole position again. Can he do that? Can Corboy grant himself pole position starting from ooh, big slide there, but he saved it, but it's lap over. Must say, he catched it nicely.
Yes. That's also a very tricky part of the track, the first 3 corners. You either go very slowly and make it through the corners, or you it's also and basically hot spin it. So you've got to really nail it. but you gain time and so yeah, tricky part over the track.
Yeah, it's a really all or nothing part, isn't it? As you said, when you touch the sausage curb, it's all over. But if you get it right and you get just in between the sausage curb, just in the middle of your car, you can gain so much time there.
Yeah, exactly. Very tricky part to actually nail really.
Tunturi Perina, our lobby host, coming up to the finish line here and puts it in P8 with a 1:15.4. Let's see, Charlie is out on track again, but again an invalidation for him. So yeah, he really needs to get a move on to be able to get in a final lap there, and it has to be all or nothing for him as well. He needs 4/10 to claim that pole position, a little over 4/10, but with 3.5 minutes to go, he should be okay to put in another one. Another really fast driver, Scuba Steve. Didn't see much from him yet, today at least. But Scuba Steve, when he is on his day, he is really fast, and we saw him battle up front a lot this season. So let's see what he can do here.
Noah's gonna fly out here.
Noah?
The line is 15.4, but it was 9th. We could further up than that, but it's quite close from the 5th down to 9th at the moment, so a lot of 50 games.
Yeah, it's really close. If you gain 2/10, you just win 5 positions. So Scuba Steve, 1/10 improvement so far. That could jump him 1 position. If he can find some time here, maybe he can jump 2 positions, but probably that will be it for him. And he comes up to the line, and wow, second, a 1:14.9. So great lap from Scuba Steve as well, and he won a lot in that last sector.
Yeah, also a mega break last sector. Quite very slow speed, so he done that well.
So let's see what Storm is doing. Cautious Storm, as he's well known, doesn't do any crazy things. I believe I read in the chat that he is at home with COVID and still driving here, so let's hope he can keep his concentration up and wish him a speedy recovery. But we also wish him a speedy race and a speedy speedy everything today. Does he then? No, a little lift there. I'm still waiting on a onboard where they go full throttle through the final corner there. But entering the stadium here, he has on a good improvement, I think. What will his final time be? What will it be? It is a small improvement in the end. So far, well, Scuba Steve called it quits, Kermit called it quits. Kiki, who unfortunately is serving a quali ban, can't qualify today. So let's see if Nelly can improve on his lap. Only 2/10 between him and Dundee here, so needs to find something somewhere.
Nailed that.
Yeah, he did it. Actually, beautiful there, without a lift. Oh, it's a little bit busy here. Let's hope no one holds him up here. No, they don't. And I think this is gonna be provisional pole. Is it? Yes, it is. A 1:14.8. Great lap. Dundee can't improve. So he will have to start from provisional second. Corboy unfortunately invalidated his final lap, so he won't be improving. Charlie is on his final lap. Maybe he's going to be the surprise today.
forces up.
That's a good improvement. If he finds a little bit of time here, it is going to be full. Looks good so far. Oh. Still a 4/10 improvement.
14.7, but right at the last corner. 14.7 is already done at the end.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. Touching the wall, getting an invalidation because of it.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
And I think that is qualifying done. Yes, it is, because Tonsuri isn't on a lap anymore. And I must say, that went by fast. And can you take us through the final standings of qualifying when it pops up?
I can, yes.
So only waiting on Tonsuri now to retire from the session, or else we have 1 minute 20 to fill, which isn't that bad. So let's see, let's get the stream on board as well.
Okay, qualifying order is we have Nelly, also known as Joel Jason. Is that right? I don't know. Probably butchered that. B gets pole with 14.8, 400s ahead of Dundee. Second on the front row as well, followed by Scuba Stephen Joe Corbray on row 2. Ray Meader, who's looking to go three wins in a row, in 5th. Charlie 6th, Kermit 7th, Alaska Bow 8th, Noah and Centuri 9th and 10th. First man, free set of tyres is Maxi Same, followed by Storm, Mike, and Kiki, who had a quali ban. So yeah, it should be a good one.
Yeah, and I'm actually just checked in on the stream, and well, I've got a surprise for you. It's gonna be a wet race.
Is it?
It
spoiled.
Is. Yeah, spoiled by Jelle Giese, also known as Nelly. So yeah, it is already slippery when it's not raining, but now, and well, just loading in, looks like it's gonna be on full wets here. Because it is, well, quite a shiny track here.
I think it'll be into. I think that's quite a light rain. I think they're going to be on intermediate tyres here.
Let's see who's right. I am known as, well, every prediction just thrown in the bin. So it wouldn't surprise me if it is Indus. As all the drivers are preparing now, setting up their strategy. I must say, last week, what I saw in the race is that quite a lot of guys underfueled and ran out of fuel at the end of the race. So let's hope nobody does that now. And well, looking, you are completely right. It's Impus.
Yeah. I don't think there should have too much fuel problems in the rain because there isn't really any fuel problems here. But yeah, hopefully they can sort that out.
Yeah, no puddles yet, but who knows? Who knows? And well, checking into the stream, let's see. Matthias, hello, buddy. Pariah cheering on NSR, and Joe Corboy, he says he can't wait for wing damage on turn 1. Let's hope he doesn't pick up any wing damage.
Yes.
And talking about the race, seeing this is really, really tricky. Did you catch any wet races in F4 this season?
This season I can't remember any. But I know in past seasons in F4 I think there's been quite a few chaotic races when it's been raining. Yeah, hopefully we're in for a good race.
Yeah, let's hope. And well, as I said, my prediction always well won't come out. Do you have any predictions for this race?
I think Nelly's gonna win the race. I'm going to go Joe second. He's a bit of a webmaster. I'm going to say Ray Mida in the third on the podium. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good prediction, but I don't want to be boring. I don't want to go with the same prediction as you. But my 1 and 2 will be the same. And in third, I'm putting Charlie. I think he's going to have a great race without any weird stuff going on today. No disconnections of his pedals or anything. He's going to be the final podium sitter. So everybody readying up. Irwell Dundee, I think he had a little spinner during the formation lap, but better to have it in the formation lap than in the actual race. Everybody lined up here, just waiting for the red lights to come up, and once they go out, we are ready to go. But I think watching the car of Irwell Dundee just hopping up and down in P2 there,
Yeah.
I think we have a lobby glitch. So it's probably gonna be a lobby restart. Let's check the Discord. So, yeah, it's Irwell Dundee and Tunturi Parina who are probably causing the lobby glitch, because they apparently rejoined. But it doesn't matter. We're just gonna go on then. That gives us a little us time. So we're taking the spotlight here from all these drivers waiting for the race to start. Well, let's just get a little recap from qualifying. Nelly, who well, isn't his first pole position, but a really important one. He is fighting for the championship. And now I'm talking about that, I completely forget to give you all the standings before we started. So I'm just gonna do that now. So standings, championship wise, Nelly is in first position. So he's the #1 title contender here on 196 points, and the only one who can maybe do something about it is NSR Noah J, but he has to come from a far way down here. He's in P9 now. So, well, he's got his work cut out here. And I happened to see the battle between Nelly and Noah J last week, and I must say, it was a feisty one, wasn't it?